So it is 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't ask me why I'm up because I don't know either. I'm at FinCon. I'm away. It's time for my opportunity to, sleep in a little bit. I don't have to wake up for work or for my kids, but I just can't go back to sleep. And I think that's because it is my last day here at FinCon, and I'm a little disappointed about that because it has been a great experience. And so I just wanted to come on here and just share a little bit about what I learned, who I talked to, and at the end of this video, I'm going to share the #1 piece of advice that I got this week, and I'm hoping and I'm excited about this next year with Gym Class Finance, with the Modest Wallet YouTube channels. We're going to take it to the next level. All right, so it is bright and early, but I just felt like I needed to come on and just share about my experience a little bit. Also, I'm going to give shout outs to a couple people that I either met for the first time or some people that I kind of look up to their content as well. So just wanted to give them a shout out on here because I saw them here.
Shout out.
So I am a newbie here to FinCon. This is my first time. I'm actually a scholarship winner, so I was able to come here for free with a couple other expenses. Obviously, I had to fly here, pay for that, but it was pretty cool that I did win that opportunity as a scholarship to come to FinCon. And for those of you who really have no idea what FinCon is a place that it's a convention that happens every year. It's different parts of the country. People from all over the world and the country come here, typically money nerds, to talk about their their space, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, maybe they're a financial advisor. There's also brands here, so the creators then can also connect with the brands. There's so many different opportunities. There's speakers, and so there's an opportunity for that throughout the day. So it's just a time to connect with people in your same space and also, network, learn, all those things. So it is really cool, especially if you're into this stuff and you're a finance nerd like myself. Now, if you do know me, I am rather introverted. So coming here by myself, not really knowing anyone, having to communicate with people was a big step for me because that's just not something that I typically do every day, where I talk about myself or just kind of engage on one-on-one conversations, which a lot of those things happen here. And I will say that it was really good for me to do that. I stepped out of my comfort zone and I'm happy that I did it. So I am from the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area, and I actually flew from Philly to Orlando, got here early Thursday morning, left at 5:30 flight, and I am staying till Saturday, which is today, and I'll be leaving this late afternoon to head back home. With that said, I do want to say or give a shout out to my wife. She's home with our 2 kids. If you don't know, we're expecting a 3rd baby, so she had a lot going on, and I appreciate her allowing me to come down here because she knew this is something that I really wanted to do. So as I said, I had to explain who I was very often. So when you're walking around with a name tag and it says your name and it says the platform that you represent, Gym Class Finance, also the Modest Wallet, it's hard for me sometimes to explain to people what that means. So if you don't actually know why I call this platform, this YouTube channel, Gym Class Finance, it's because #1, I am a gym teacher. That's what I do by day. I do this, talk about finances at night. So that's why I kind of related it to. Also, being physically active and also being able to manage your money is incredibly important things to do in life, and so I just kind of combine the two, even though it has nothing to do with being physically active. I've always been a finance nerd. I don't know why. I just love talking about money and ways to make good decisions or wise decisions with your money. So if you are interested in following along with me, please smash that subscribe button. It really does help me out. It doesn't cost you anything. It just keeps you in the loop whenever I might release some new videos. As I kind of already mentioned, there are tons of workshops throughout the day. There's tons of speakers. There were some main stage speakers as well. I chose my focus because I think this is what I want my focus to be, my main platform to be YouTube. Obviously I am on TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, a little bit on Twitter, not a whole lot. I am on all those other platforms with short video, but I do want, my focus is to really focus on YouTube. With that said, I went to most of the workshops that were related to or about YouTube, which I had made the decision before I got here that was going to be kind of where I really wanted to grow. I don't want to keep rambling on, but at those workshops throughout the day, I did learn a lot, and I made a lot of connections. Some people that I have known from the past, maybe I view them on YouTube or Instagram, wherever it might be, never actually met in person. And then also I made some new connections with people who are on the same stage as me, just, kind of slowly growing. Some people kind of in the middle there, and some people who, have just completely blown up because they produce good content and they, show up every day or whenever they post and stay consistent. So one of the people that I did meet while I'm here is Personal Finance Club Jeremy, and if you don't know him, he's got a huge platform on Instagram. His content is so clean. I did actually interview him for the YouTube channel, talk about his life story, so I'll leave a comment up here or leave a note or link for you to be able to check that out. Another person that I have followed for a while, Jeff Rose. He's got a great blog. He also has a great YouTube channel, so check him out. There was a panel of 3 YouTubers with, I believe, all over 500,000 subscribers. So I got a lot of value of this. They shared kind of their stories of how they got started. And so those guys are Stock Mo, Larry Jones, and Keenan Grace. If you want to go ahead and check them out, you definitely should. Learned a lot from them. One of the main stage speakers, and someone that I have been following because he used to be a Dave Ramsey personality. Dave Ramsey, if you haven't known, or if you don't know him, is someone I have grown up. Really is probably one of the main reasons why I got into personal finance. But he used to be a personality for Dave. He kind of moved off on his own. He had a great main stage talk about building your brand. It was great. So that was cool to interact with him a little bit too here at the conference. And there's Crider, someone who I have kind of just seen on different social media platforms. Found out a little while ago that he is also putting content from a blog into YouTube form, kind of like I'm doing a little bit with the Modest Wallet. And so that was kind of cool to connect with him and talk with him. That's obviously one of the little things he's doing. He has, this agency, creator agency that with all the big wigs. I'll kind of put it on the screen here so you can see who this agency represents. Obviously Graham Stephan. You can see on the list that it's a pretty big deal, so that was kind of cool to connect with him. Now, of course, I didn't get to actually talk to him. Maybe I will later here today, but there's Joseph Hogue from Let's Talk Money, Bowtie Nation. Cool to see him here and share his knowledge. Someone I had never heard of until this conference, Stock Curry, has really blown up in the last year. Has a really cool story how, within 3 months, I believe, of doing YouTube, he quit his job because things worked out for him. Justine Nelson from Debt Free Millennials was here and did a great talk. I had an opportunity to talk to her after she spoke, just to kind of talk to her about how her channel actually grew, which was really cool. Best of Us Investors. This guy is, I believe he said he's 78 years old. Unbelievable channel and really inspiring because I'm passionate about YouTube. I think it's really cool how it works, and really anyone can do it if they have a passion about something. And this guy started, I think he said 3 years ago. He's grown it to several thousand subscribers, which is awesome, kind of sharing what he knows about stocks. And so that was really cool to hear him talk about his experience. So it doesn't matter what age you are, if you want to test it out or try it out, do it. Logan Allec was here. He's somebody that I've watched his channel, I've learned a lot from, has some great content. Then I went to a session from Tim Schmoyer, and he's got a massive channel that's not directly related to personal finance, but rather video creators. helping them, with really everything involved with creating content. Erika Kullberg was here. You probably have seen her shorts. They've probably popped up on your screen on any of the platforms because she's just blown up on all those platforms, especially TikTok. Ryan Francis, Money CEO on Instagram, on TikTok as well. Also the Finance Cowboy. I didn't know him, but I got to talk to him a little bit. So that was really cool. Berger is somebody who I sometimes look at his videos to kind of just see what he has to say on a certain topic. Always has some good insight. Some other new connections that I made while I was here, which was pretty cool. Financial Gymnastics. He's just starting out, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe to his channel. He's got a lot of great ideas, and I'm excited for him as he looks to build out his content and channel. Then there's Conkle, who I met at one of the sessions, and it was cool to just kind of hear his experience, what he kind of does for his job, and how he's trying to grow his YouTube channel as well. Another person who I met here that I obviously didn't know before, we had spent some time together. He is a financial advisor who started a YouTube channel, and so that is Patrick King from Prana Wealth. Really love the channel. It's he's got close to 25,000 subscribers. His growth has been amazing. I'm super happy for him, and I just look forward to keeping up with his channel because a lot of it has to do with retirement, and so that's things that for me are a long ways away, but it's something that I'm always thinking about, and sometimes I talk about that on this channel. I know there are so many other people that I connected with or whatever it might be, so if I didn't mention you, really sorry about that, but keep up the good work. Definitely reach out to me so we can stay connected. So I will quit rambling, but obviously overall I had a really good experience. I feel like a kid at the candy store. It's weird, I know, but anyway, it was awesome, and I'm hoping that I can convince my wife to go to next year's FinCon. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I was going to kind of share my big takeaway, and as I am thinking about it, there's actually two of them that I'm going to get into. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I wanted to share my takeaways, and so there were two that kind of stood out. They're kind of similar, but I'll kind of split them up a little bit. The first thing is that really I just like the community that I've built with this, or that I'm trying to build with this. And a lot of people talk about their subscriber count, which yes, I do. It's nice to build that up or whatever, but rather than subscriber, a lot of you guys I consider supporters. Like, you guys support what I'm doing, and I do truly appreciate that. The other thing is, I don't really consider myself like an influencer, but if I do kind of look at the potential influence that I might have, I'm super grateful for that. I'm not sure that I truly feel like that is the case for me, but instead of like influence, I want to impact. So the whole goal of this is to hopefully maybe share some things with you that you hadn't thought about that will maybe impact your life for the better. Like, I want to make sure that I'm always trying to produce content or talk about things related to money that are going to impact your life in a positive way.
That was deep.
All right, I'm getting a little mushy here, so I'm going to stop right there. But thanks so much for checking out this video. If you've never been to FinCon and you're a money nerd, then you should definitely check it out. I definitely recommend it. Maybe I'll see you there next year. Maybe, who knows what it's going to be like next year or where it's going to be. They haven't released that unless I just missed that. So until next time, I'll see you in the next video.